that broken, in that fork, there was a pair of virtual starlings nesting there a little while ago, but I suspect that the chick has already fledged, as some time has passed, and those birds grow up so quickly. But we don't really have much time now. I've just been told 60 seconds. So that means that I'm going to have to say goodbye to you. But hopefully the Talamati breakaway lions get up to all sorts of action. You can see them just at the back where in more shade where it's a bit cooler. Hopefully they are able to catch a meal, and then I can catch up on all of that tomorrow. But thanks everybody. It's been a while since I've been on the Waterhole shows, but I'll see you all tomorrow.
Good afternoon everybody. Welcome here to a very warm day in Djuma Private Game Reserve. We are here in the tent. My name is Steve, I'm joined by Paul on camera, and this is OnSafari. Good afternoon everybody, happy Wednesday. We hope you're having a sensational Wednesday afternoon like we are. It is very warm here once again, sweltering in fact, but we are here, as you know, for the OnSafari highlight show of the last 24 hours. Now, as always, we really do value your questions and comments. Please do send them through using the hashtag WildEarth on Twitter, send them through using the website or the app, or throw them in on the YouTube chat stream. We would love to hear from you. Okay, so let's kick off with a wonderful sighting that I had yesterday afternoon with Paul, and we were with the Talamati breakaways, and Paul, they were a little bit too close for comfort for you, weren't they? Yeah. Well, experts of ambush. There's a lion. Here we have them. Quite often they can... Oh, are you going to come down here, are you? Going to come and walk right next to us? You're going to go have a drink behind the car. Please don't go behind the car to drink. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. If she drinks behind us, that is what happens. Is she drinking, Paul? Yeah. We've turned around because we had two lions go behind us. And now we have an elephant that's come down to the waterhole, as anticipated, for a drink. A little splash. It's going to be very interesting to see what this elephant does with these lions. Elephants don't like lions. And when he's a young bull like that, he's going to probably make it his purpose to deliberately walk here and chase them. He knows the lions are here. He could smell them. He might go down that pathway, or we might walk around the little slipstream where we drove through. But lions are used to being chased by elephants. They will wait until the last minute. Oh. We are definitely smelling the lions as well. I don't know if she had a poo or if she just let some wind go, but goodness gracious. So she dug the earth out a little bit there on the right, and then she lay in it. Then her son came and joined her. Well, Paul, how are you feeling after that yesterday? Ayoba. Now, the Talamonte breakaway is such a wonderful pride to see. And Jamie, you'd love to see interaction between elephants and lions. It is pretty short-lived, really. You'll find lions in the shade. I remember doing a Safari Lives, caught on Safari Lives years ago here. And Craig was my cameraman, and we were down the road over here. We were at Chelapan, and we had this wonderful opening of the Pride of Nkuhuma Pride there, this beautiful opening, and we're framing, and as we're going 5, 4, this elephant walks in and chased all the lions past us, and you know that nice opening shot, suddenly it was just one of these, like you saw there, the back of my head. The lions all just went behind the car, and well, it wasn't the best opening that we've ever had. But anyway, this is a live safari. So it can be short-lived. The elephants like to walk into the shade areas, and they smell lions, they push them, they chase them away. I really thought that that guy was going to be keen to come across, but it was just too much effort for him to walk all the way around. Wesley, how long have the lions been in that same spot? They might still be there right now. They got there yesterday morning, somewhere around yesterday morning. We found them at Gallagher Pan, and then they moved to the drainage line just down here sometime in the day. They moved over to there. So I remember going for a run about 11:30. I walked into mission control up at the top here, and I saw the dam cam was zoomed in on, which wasn't baboons anymore. It was most certainly lions. And I had a look, and yeah, so they've been there since at least 11 o'clock yesterday, that I can tell. Okay, so Eric spent some time down in Amakhala, as he has been doing. He's been having a wonderful time with the rhinos down there.
Yes, this is the rhinoceros. Doesn't look very happy. Not with us. There's another one, and I think those two have been fighting with each other. They're standing a decent amount of space away from each other. When we arrived, they were staring each other down. Now they're staring us down. I know they have no beef with us, so we are good. But I don't know, I'm just waiting to see if maybe something happens here. Very observant they are. Looking around, tilting their heads. Also for the ears, you know, there's only so much movement that the ear can do in order to pick up sound, so moving the head does aid being able to hear a little bit more. You can see those ears are going into overdrive as well, and they are moving around.
Ears in overdrive. The rhino definitely does have some of the most comical ears, or the busiest ears. You know, most animals, you don't really see the ears as active as that. Buffalo, they definitely use them for swatting flies, and impala, I think it's mainly a fly swatter as well. The buffalo, the rhino definitely is that monocular sort of story. But the rhinos of Amakhala are really, really so impressive. It's nice to see individuals like that with their massive horns. I mean, there is discussion and debates about the rhino horn, and is it influencing the breeding? Is it influencing the territorial behavior of these animals? We don't know. I mean, there's studies going on about it right now. But do we keep the horn and lose all the rhinos, or up in this part of the world anyway, or do we keep the horn, or do we remove the horn and at least conserve them to where they are right now? It is such a big discussion that really could go on for days and days. And Victor, the gracious rhino, the gracious white rhino, it really is special to spend time with them. We have been seeing them on Djuma of late, and it's been really nice to have them on camera. Prairie dog Amakhala is so full. Love it. Sorry. Amakhala is so rhino full. Well, I don't know how many they've got there. It's not something that's been disclosed to us, but they got rhinos, and when we find them, we can spend time with them, as long as it's not big groups, or we show certain areas in the background so that we can give away their location.
Better is more than a word to us. It's a commitment to conserve our nation's precious landscapes, oceans, and wildlife. It's more sustainable fishing and farming practices, jobs and prosperity for our communities, and access to clean drinking water for all. Better's believing that together we can make a difference. For nature and for you.
Okay, so behind us over here, everybody, some of you might be new to the show. Maybe you haven't experienced this map before. But I'm not going to show you the map right now because Amakala is ready for action, and they are ready to show you what they're going to do this afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Welcome back to Amakala Private Game Reserve, where you are here with us on Safari. This morning we had a pretty amazing drive. We started off a little bit slow, but we slowly found our rhythm, starting with the sunset, and then we, at the very end, ended off with our lions. So I'm hoping this afternoon they haven't moved too far. We maybe start off with them and then move on. I know that the elephants had come out the basin, so I'm pretty excited to see where they got up to. But other than that, you know, it's a lovely day here at Amakala. No clouds, just a little bit of wind as usual. We're going to do what we always do, everything and anything. We'll see you out there.
Seems like you're back with us, everybody, and Eric down in Amakala. They're going to have a wonderful time this afternoon. No doubt they're going to find all of the wonderful animals that they're setting out to find. Now, this morning, Cedric heard over the radio that there was a female leopard hanging around in Chitwa. I wonder if you can guess who that female leopard was. She is a beautiful leopard who apparently, as Cedric is calling it, got a little bit of a crush on James Henry. Do you know who I'm talking about, Paul? Yeah. You do? Do the viewers at home, do you know who we're talking about? Let's go have a look.
Looks like we've got Nsumi here. Nsumi, yes, a beautiful leopardess, a young female leopard. And she's back onto practically her mom's territory again. We haven't seen Nsumi for a long time. Hello, my girl. Oh, this is just a stunning. What a way to start this morning sunrise safari. She's just gone up there on this fallen over branch. Oh, look at that. It looks like she's in need of a good meal. Definitely in need of a good meal. And usually the daughter will take a piece of the mom's territory, or the mom will give part of her territory to the daughter. And I think what she's done now, she's spending a lot of time up in the north in Torchwood. So it's a property that's just north of Chitwa. Go lie down there. No, but I think, hey, go lie down. Come on, rest a bit there for us. No? You don't want to rest. Was here in a little bit, a jackalberry tree. Maybe she's gonna lie down there for us, or is she gonna jump down? Always using these fallen over trees, termite mounds. You know, it's a nice elevated spot for her, so she can just also use it as cover and use it as a vantage point, so she can look exactly what's happening around here. Maybe she sees something. And she's getting big. She's getting, well, she's even getting bigger than from the last time we saw her. Her size, you can just see, she's not fully grown yet. You know, she's still got a good, maybe a year to go, a year and a half to go to become a real fully grown female. Oh, look at that. Oh, magnifique. Yes, I am so happy that we can get to see this young girl once again. I don't know when last we've seen her. This is old James Henry's girlfriend. Many times when James is here, for some other reason, she finds James, or James finds her.
So, what do you think it is? She finds James, James finds her? I'm not sure. She is definitely a beautiful cat, and Darkmane lover, you say yay, and Sumi, it was such a pleasure to see her this morning on the Sunrise Drive. Well, I haven't seen her this stint at all, I don't think. I think I saw her a couple times last stint, quite briefly. She's a very relaxed cat, very familiar with the cars. Doesn't mean she's tame, everybody. Remember that. Annalie and Sumi was a big surprise this morning, and she is looking great. She is most certainly looking great, and hopefully we can catch up with her again before long.
Experience captivating wildlife documentaries showcasing incredible animal behavior for free by visiting lionmountain.tv or downloading the app, accessible on both Apple and Android platforms.
Hello, everybody. Well, if you're as hot as we are, stand up. I'm joking. Don't go anywhere. We're going to stand up and just have a little look at the map over here. Those of you who don't quite know where we are in the greater scheme of things, maybe this is the first time you're joining us on the show, or you don't know where the Sabi Sands is or the Kruger National Park. Now, right up here is the Limpopo River, which is the northern boundary of South Africa, and then Mozambique. So this is where I do a lot of my guiding. My private walks is here, and Pafuri is right on the junction. So the Kruger National Park is this entire place here. It goes all the way down to Swaziland. So most people will drive in from Johannesburg, which is about over here, off the map, drive in via Hoedspruit, and then they go to this section of the Kruger. And then a lot of people will go to Nelspruit to access the southern side. So we do a lot of our work from Hoedspruit. Most of us come into Hoedspruit, and we're all based over here. Sabi Sands Reserve, right up in the north by Manuleti. I can't actually tell exactly where it is, but there's the Timavati, and so we're over here. Okay, so just in case you weren't sure exactly where we were in the greater scheme of things, with all of the major rivers running straight through the middle. Well, welcome back live, everyone. We're just having a look at the Greater Limpopo Transfrontier National Park, which encompasses Mozambique, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. Well, it's a very interesting topic about all of that. It hasn't been the greatest success story, but Chad is out and about this afternoon. Cedric is going to be sitting on the back of his vehicle. He's just up over there. Let's go say good afternoon.
Thanks very much, Steve, and afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Juma. My name's Chad Hobson, and behind camera we've got Panda. And this afternoon, I think we're going to start out quite close to camp. We're going to see if those Telemati breakaways aren't still around. And then I'm still quite keen, I know it's my first drive here at Juma, but quite keen to see any of the rosetted cats that the Sabi Sands has to offer here at Juma. So that will be our plan a little bit later on, and then a little bit of adventuring around. So can't wait for this afternoon. And Steve, I hope you're not too hot back there in the tent.
Let's wish Chad a fabulous first outing on Juma. He's been with us for a few days already on the back, watching how things go. And he'll be taking over from me from tomorrow morning. So he's in the hot seat this afternoon. You know, many of you have seen him already. He was guiding out of Pinda, and he's been on there live at the waterhole. So you'll be able to connect with him over the next few days. So look forward to that. Okay, so once again, Eric spent some time looking very hard for some lions. And he had a wonderful time in Namakala with some WWF lions at their best.
Oh, it looks like we've got some playful cubs. There's some more. Oh my goodness, what are you guys doing? Are they wrestling? They're sparring with each other. WWE, let's go. And they refrain from doing it. It's Murphy's Law. As soon as you point something out, they stop. It's always nice to see them playing with each other like that. I think it's just two of them in there. If I'm not mistaken. They got something there. Brian, indeed, yes. This hiding is not cool. Please, reveal yourselves. There's no need to hide. It's lovely and warm. And there's still a bit of a coldish breeze. But the sun is lovely and warm. Okay, some more bullying there. Okay. Oh, hello. How cool was that? Now, that's one of the very many ways that they'll greet each other. That was awesome. Do it again. He just lie down on the whole bush. Very playful mood this morning.
I just love Eric's laugh. He's got such a genuine laugh there. He seems to be enjoying himself down there. Him and Morgan have been really providing some wonderful content. And I tell you, everybody, there's nothing quite as entertaining as a pride of lion getting active and playing and tackling and racing and pulling each other down. I mean, we spend time with lions, and a lot of the time we can spend with them, they can be quite flat, be quite sleepy. But when they get up and get active, and the lionesses never seem to lose that playfulness, that running around, that tackling. I remember a few years of the Nkuhuma Pride when there was a couple of youngsters, one small youngster, the one who ended up not surviving, but tried to for quite some time, and it would get bullied by the bigger ones. And then as soon as the bigger ones would tackle one of the other big ones, it would jump in and get involved. And it is something to behold. It's good for their stretching, it's good for their coordination, it's good for their eye-to-eye, hand-to-eye contact, eye coordination, and a great way to stretch and warm themselves up before going on the move. Jack, you want to know, do they hunt in the afternoon? I'm guessing you're talking about leopards or lions. I'm not sure, but either one, for the most part, our predators are nocturnal, but it depends on the heat. If you have a cold day, you have a rainy day, or you have an animal that's very, very hungry, they can hunt. The Talamati breakaways, for example, they sat there since yesterday morning, and they haven't moved. That's purely because they're not hungry. The water's right there. There's nowhere they need to go. They were balloon animals yesterday morning when we found them. But hanging around water, predators have the potential to hunt. But hunt is a term that can be exaggerated. To physically go on the hunt is walking and actively searching, or just waiting in ambush is also hunting. So very opportunistic, both lion and leopard, and they will actively hunt when they're hungry, and they'll actively hunt when conditions are suitable, and they'll be very opportunistic when conditions aren't so suitable. So Maureen, you also love to see them bond via playtime. It can be very, very special indeed. Okay, well, we're going to quickly jump over to a clip captured on Africam of an African serval, which I'm going to talk over. The ecosystem there just so much more suitable for serval. Long grass habitat, lots of ground nesting birds. And this is a tau pan or tau dam up in Madikwe. And the servals obviously come down for a little drink, and it's being very vigilant about what's going on. But they are primarily nocturnal, especially in the proximity of human settlements, especially in areas where predation is quite strong as well. And that's all to do with temperature. But in the Mara, we saw them very active in the daytime. Look at those long legs. And that short, stumpy tail enables them to jump very, very high and very quickly after prey. That you've seen the francolins erupt out of the grass here before, I'm sure. They can erupt like those Egyptian geese are very, very lucky with their goslings. They haven't, I don't know if it noticed them or if it's just not hungry. But the serval has the ability to skyrocket. I've seen them jump, and it's unreal. Like Franklin or guinea fowl goes like this, and the serval can just do these unreal backward, sideways, flick-flack catches, and obviously retractable or protractile claws, just like that of most of our big cats. And that tail enables them more of a stabilization, I believe, in their jumping. Whereas they're not arboreal, where a leopard needs their tail for balancing while on a tree. The cheetah needs it as a rudder when they're running. And the serval, well, it doesn't run very fast. It's about jumping and just quick little turns, which I think enable it to turn a little bit more as a bird is trying to get away. And they grab it, pull it down. They are very, very good at catching mice, rodents, and specifically game birds. So nice to see the serval. Have you seen a serval here, Paul? Maybe. Yeah. I've had tracks for years. I saw tracks and I was always certain it was a serval versus a caracal. There's a slight difference. The caracal's a little bit more pushed in at the back and the serval's a little bit longer. And I wasn't sure until one evening, lo and behold, towards the gate in a nighttime drive, I saw a serval and a kitten, which was very, very special. And that was quite a blessing. So important. This afternoon, I think we're going to go over to Zoe's Road. Saw some tracks on our way back this morning of a female leopard. I think it's Tlalamba. I would like to see her. We're going to try. We're also going to try look for some water and for some elephants, because it feels like it's that kind of afternoon. I've asked the elephants to come back today, just for one more afternoon. We're going to see if they're going to do it. It's unlikely, but we're holding thumbs. Right? So everybody, we do thank you for joining us this afternoon on Safari. We are going to be jumping on board the vehicle shortly, but don't go anywhere. The boys are out there ready and waiting to start the Sunset Safari Drive, and get your beverages and your favorite recruitments for the afternoon. And Paul and I will be jumping the vehicle soon. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Have a wonderful afternoon until we see you. Until then, this was On Safari.